Hello guys and welcome back to our channel. So in the Christmas Eve fixture, Chelsea will be traveling away to Molineux to face Wolves. Wolves will be hosting Chelsea at Molineux and will be hoping to turn their fortunes in the league by having a resounding win over Chelsea. Wolves currently sit 13th in the table and have only won one game in their last five. Chelsea are also in a poor run since they have just won 2 out of their last 5 games, while they have lost 3. So both teams will be looking forward to pick up the 3 vital points to improve their league position. Gary O'Neill, who's managing Wolves, is currently under pressure. He has lost a considerable number of games recently, with a thrashing 3-0 defeat at West Ham last week. So, in this game, we have also a key fascinating fixture, and that is Chelsea will be finally playing with their third kit. So the news is out that Chelsea will debut their third kit away at Molineux. So we'll see if the new kit brings some fortunes to Chelsea. Before we start our analysis, I want also to remind you to subscribe to our new channel, TalkFootball TY Clips. Here we will be doing tactical analysis on other teams other than Chelsea. I want to dedicate this channel to just focusing on other teams. Our recent video is how United stopped Liverpool. It's a clear tactical analysis that is in depth on how Manchester United managed to control the game without the ball. Check the link in the description area below. Mauricio Pochettino is yet to make the press conference as I make this video. However, we've seen some key facets on what he's going to say with regards to the injury problem at Chelsea. So, one key thing that we have seen is the return of Romeo Lavia to first team training. However, I highly doubt if he will even make the bench in this game because he cannot just be rushed into the team immediately. What I expect is that he may feature actually in the next game and come from the bench, but this game is so quick for him. Nkunku also participated in the training and he already made his debut, racking up 30 minutes in the game. So I believe that he will be fit enough to start at least and play an hour in this game. 60 minutes will be good for him after recovery. So I'm going to give my preference to the lineup that Mauricio Pochettino should pick, and I believe is the lineup that can secure the 3 points at Molineux. So in goal, I'm going with Petrovic. He saved a penalty. He's currently high on confidence. He managed to keep a clean sheet in his Premier League debut, so he's the goalkeeper that I will actually pick to start this game. Sanchez is not back, and we don't have a choice in that position. Centre-back pair partnership, I'm picking Thiago Silva and Badiashile. These are two very well composed centre-backs. They are defensively aware, they are astute. Badiashile is so good with his penetrative passes. Thiago Silva is excellent in leading Badiashile. I believe they are the best centre-back partnership at the club. In the full-back areas, I said I don't like to have centre-backs playing in the full-back area, so Gusto immediately comes in for Disasi, who played at the right back, but Colwill will start down the left because I'm not sure whether Cucurella is fit enough to get back into the team. In the midfield position, I'm retaining Conor Gallagher and Caicedo. They've been playing well. Caicedo is good at receiving the ball and distributing it, while Conor Gallagher's work rate is quite impressive in that midfield. Enzo Fernandez will be left out since he's not meeting Pochettino's requirements at the moment. Playing ahead of them, I'm picking Cole Palmer. He will play in his preferred number 10 position, being the creative hub of the team, creating those penetrative passes and through balls for the pacey forwards. I'm picking Mykhailo Mudryk and Raheem Sterling down the wide areas. I want pace, I want players who are more direct and players who are willing to give fullbacks a lot of problems, especially in counter-attacking situations as well as in the build-up phase. My preferred forward is Christopher Nkunku. I'm going to play him as a false 9 or as a number 9. He can play the first 60 minutes. I believe that having him there will enable us to finish chances, and also Jackson is out of form and Armando Broja is not convincing at all when he's starting as the number 9. So that is my lineup. And now, before I begin the tactical board, I'd like you to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and also in our second channel. So the first thing that you're going to analyze is what will Chelsea do in possession and out of possession. So we know that Wolves like to line up in a 3-4-3 system. So Chelsea like to build up from the back by spreading their two centre-backs wide and pushing their full-backs high, with Caicedo being the deepest player. So Chelsea, in this case, they are lucky because they have two excellent ball-playing centre-backs, as well as Petrovic, who's good and composed on the ball. So when Gallagher and Caicedo drop deep, Chelsea can have a 5-man advantage in build-up and easily play through Wolves' press. And if Wolves midfielders commit, then spaces will open up in between the lines for players such as Cole Palmer to receive the ball in between the lines and progress the attacking side of play. Chelsea are lucky because if Wolves press high, then Chelsea's pacey forwards will be able to exploit the space behind the Wolves backline. And having a 3v3 in the back against players who are good in 1v1 situations will be actually a problem for Wolves, and therefore having this will make Wolves to start their wing backs quite deeper, giving Chelsea a lot of room to maneuver the ball in the wide areas, since Chelsea can play their fullbacks in gusto in wide channels and have players such as Cole Palmer deep in midfield. The main aim for Chelsea will be creating side overloads, especially down the right, where they can create it with Sterling, Palmer, and Malo Gusto. And Palmer in this position can still have the ball and have players making runs beyond him. Another key aspect and a key area that Chelsea can exploit down the left, but down the left I think it's going to be quite tricky because I don't believe Colwill is quite great in the fullback position, but Nkunku can drop deep to occupy the left half space channel that he likes to do, receive the ball, and immediately look to dribble past a defender and progress the ball high up the pitch, something that Nicholas Jackson, while dropping deep, could not do, but Nkunku, being astute in dribbling, can do that. So majority of the time Chelsea are going to have the ball, though Wolves will not be quite pragmatic in this game. So when Chelsea have the ball, Wolves will most likely line up in their 5-2-3 system. And this 5-2-3 system can be of great advantage for Chelsea because Chelsea having 3 men in midfield will automatically outnumber Wolves in the midfield regions, and therefore Wolves wingers will be forced either to play narrow, and if they start wide, then Chelsea can outmaneuver themselves by playing quick one-touch passes in midfield and the wide areas. Chelsea should anticipate to create triangles in the wide areas by a winger, an attacking midfielder, and a fullback. This is something that Chelsea can succeed in, especially down the right, with having Sterling, Gusto, and Cole Palmer, 3 attacking players. Now, the advantage to this is that this will make Wolves to shift their backline across, and once Wolves shift their backline across, Chelsea can capitalize on this by having quick switches of play, especially to players such as Mudryk. And Mudryk in this wide position, he can receive the ball and use his accelerating pace to make those runs down the byline and attempt quick crosses, especially to the far post, for the runs of Raheem Sterling. Now, that is one way Chelsea can attack, and that is attacking through the right hand side. So how can Chelsea attack down the left? So down the left, it will be quite interesting because now Colwill will be the one who will be receiving the ball, and we know very well that Nkunku likes to drift towards the left half space region. So in this case, they can create a triangle together with Mudryk, who can be holding the width, Colwill also holding the width, and Nkunku coming in short to receive the ball. This might trigger Conor Gallagher to move into the number 9 position or vacate the position totally and allow Nkunku to receive the ball in space and take on a wide centre back and immediately attempt to make that run in that gap. And Nkunku in this position, he can attempt shots on goal, and we know very well that he can score from this position. So that is also another tactical setup that Mauricio Pochettino can employ down the left-hand side. Another thing also is the deployment of Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher can receive the ball directly if the opposition winger decides to cover Colwill. And Nkunku, who's good at link-up, can play flick-ons to Mikhailo Mudryk, and Mudryk in this position can make runs with players such as Cole Palmer and Raheem Sterling joining the runs. So Sterling and Mudryk need to be making those diagonal runs. Now, we move on to another crucial part in this game, and this is how Wolves will play against Chelsea. And we expect them being at home, they will be more proactive and more engaging, especially trying to give their team their fans a good Christmas Eve. So Wolves, we know very well that they will like to build from the back, and this is by dropping two of their centre backs deep and one wing back slightly deeper. But the right hand side will be key for Wolves, as they would like to create the overload with Hwang and Semedo. We know Semedo is more attacking, and therefore Wolves will be attempting to create that 3v2 against Colwill. This is going to give Chelsea a lot of problems, especially if their midfielders in Caicedo and Gallagher do not try to shift across to cover those spaces between the centre back and the full back. And Hwang in this position can receive the ball and attempt a dribble past Colwill. This is going to create a lot of problems, especially down the left flank. Through goal kicks also, Wolves can attempt to push their wing backs high together with their forwards so that they can create an overload against Chelsea's backline. The main aim will be to attempt to play those long balls in the wide channels where they have numerical advantage and they can win the first ball or win the second ball. The main aim is to win the ball immediately and immediately progress from a more defensive setup to a more attacking setup in a quick phase of play. When they're in more progressive phases of possession, they might lure Chelsea to attempt to press them and play through balls to their midfielders, and their midfielders in this position can attempt to play the ball in the wide areas where they know their their wing backs are giving width, and their inside forwards can receive the ball in the half space channel, drag the entire Chelsea backline to one side, and once they drag it, either attempt to dribble and attempt a shot on goal, something that Hwang does quite often, or alternatively, what we can see is that they can drag the entire opposition team to one side, then have acres of space down the other side with their wing back making an advancing overlapping run. And since we've seen that Chelsea struggles, especially in the far post areas where their fullbacks tend to be overloaded, this can be a key area where Wolves might try to exploit Chelsea. So the clash at Molineux will be quite interesting. And Chelsea, a team that has not performed quite well during the first leg of the Premier League fixture, will be hoping to end this first leg in an emphatic way by securing 3 points and trying to narrow their gap in the top 6 half of the table. So Pochettino has the work cut out on his hands, and the players should be ready and should be engaging, knowing very well they are playing away from home against a team that has not won. We don't want to see Robin Hood FC in this game, and we want them to go into the game, play to their perfection, score their chances, and finish the game well. Thanks for watching.